What do we want to eat? No, we got free money. We're going to turn this into booze. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got a really exciting story today, and it kind of revolves around how we turn bad weather into a glass of wine. It's not exactly turning water into wine, but we may do with what they gave us. It's actually a very kind of interesting story that rolls all the way back to a flight that we were delayed in Newark, New Jersey. So EWR, for those of you who fly, they've done a really good job of updating the airport. But the last thing you want to do is be walking around the airport and gen pop aimlessly with everybody delayed and upset. So we got online, we spoke to our person at the desk, and you could tell that they had been berated pretty heavily by some previous passengers. You know, we walked up with a smile and we're like, hey, we understand, we see it, not a big deal. You know, where can we wait? And you know, we just want to make sure that if you do start boarding, we don't miss it. With the smile, I'm not even going to say the airline's name, the worker said, hey, you know, these spots are good. Here's where you can hear the announcements. And thank you for not yelling at us. Here's a $20 credit per person so that you can grab some food and drink while you wait. And I'm like, awesome. So here we are, 40 bucks in our hands of food credit that must be used at the airport in a small window. And we're cruising around and everything is packed because there's a ton of delays, nothing new. We finally get a seat at a nondescript restaurant. And the first thing we do is we sit down and we say, what do we want to eat? No, we got free money. We're going to turn this into booze. Where's the wine list? Where's the beer list? So we start looking, we're like, hey, what kind of Cabernets do you have? And like, we have 3, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, we'll have this. And they're like, out. We'll have that. We're out. I'm like, okay, well, you should have just told me you had the other thing and we would have ordered that and skipped the whole dance. So we got the other thing. The other thing is Murphy Goode Cabernet. Very nice, you know, label here, very clean looking. So they have 2 different lines, Murphy Goode. This is the California appellation, so it's just from California. They also have another line that's from Alexander Valley. It's a little bit nicer of a label, a little bit more expensive. But this is what they served us at the Newark airport. And the first thing, I had very low expectations because it was can you guess that? A screw top. But it did have some branding on it, so it wasn't so bad. I'm like, all right, well, we'll deal with what we have. It's free. How bad could it be, right? Not a problem. So they cracked open that screw top. They didn't do this. I'm doing this now. They said, that's got a nice smell. I have a Riedel wine glass here, which you should also have. They make them by varietal or by general use. This is a general use red wine glass. You could put white wines in here too. I happen to like Riedel because it's high quality and they're not paying me to say that. It's just my preference. I'm going to pour this so we could look at it here for a moment. See, it looks pretty good. It's a little light. Not too bad for a Cabernet. Getting some cherry right off the nose there. I'm trying to give this a swirl here. Most of the times people put their hands on it and, you know, kind of cheat on a flat surface, but we don't have that. So we're going to open it up here, give it a little bit of a swirl. I'm going to go this way so you can see it. You see you got the alcohol rim there, so it's good. There's alcohol in here, 13.5%. Smelling a lot better already. And these guys started up, it's a family business, 3 friends actually, back in 1985. So while the Bears are doing the Super Bowl shuffle for the first and last time of my lifetime anyway, they were hatching a plan to create a vineyard and a winery. So it turned out pretty good. So the name is Tim Murphy, Dale Goode, and then Dave Reddy. So Tim Murphy and Dale Goode, Murphy Goode, those folks were the farmers, and Dave Reddy, he was the marketing guy. And today his son, Dave Reddy Jr., is actually the winemaker. So they still kept it all in the family. I have a tasting room right down the road from our friends at Selector. We love their vineyard. They do great Zinfandels. We'll do that another day. But it's in Healdsburg, California. So it's just south of the Simi area. Smells good. Let's get a sip of this before we go any further. It's definitely a cherryish flavor, a dark cherry. It's a little bit of oak. It's kind of like a toasted oak. Maybe they char the barrels. I don't know. It's kind of easy to drink. It's not overbearing. And that kind of makes sense because the mission statement behind their vineyard, behind their whole winery idea, was to not take life too seriously. And you can tell they kind of put that into their wines. Not that it's not a good product, but it doesn't have that nuance that you get from a very expensive bottle. This is a drinker. This is going to run you between $12 to $15 a bottle. If you order it, I think, directly from them, it's a little bit more expensive. But at $12, I'm not mad. It's actually really good. The Alexander Valley is supposed to be a step up, but it's an additional $10 per bottle. I don't know if it's going to be worth it or not. I don't have that one for sale in our area. But again, I really like the way it looks. I like the way it tastes. It would probably go good with pork or a lighter seasoned, like a sirloin. I wouldn't do a ribeye with this, but very nice, very nice. And while we're finishing this glass, I wanted to say, in case you're not aware, you should know by now. But if you don't know, Tim Kirkland has updated his channel name. He's now Spirit of the Cocktail. So this might be old news to you. It should be, because that means you're watching his content and you know who he is. That's a good thing. We recommend that you go out to the Spirit of the Cocktail now if you haven't. Subscribe, watch some of his stuff. He's really easy to like. It's always fun and entertaining. So we're really happy to know him. Great guy. As long as he passes the Courvoisier. You pass that Courvoisier, Tim, we're there for you, bud. But again, thanks for your service. And if we ever need to build a bridge that we're going to sell, we're going to call you first. I know you're the man for the job. So we're going to toast to you, and I'm going to go off and finish this. Also, before I go, you can visit their tasting room, Murphy Goode. We haven't done it yet, but now the travel's opening up a little bit more, and things are a little bit easier to do. We're definitely going to get out and hit a couple of these vineyards. Like I said, they're right down the road from one of our favorites, the Selector family vineyard. So it wouldn't be hard for us to stop at this tasting room. I'd recommend you do the same, as long as you are okay to consume alcohol and you are of legal drinking age in your municipality, wherever you're watching this video. And don't forget, once again, to not only like this video, but comment below. Where should we go? Have you been here? Have you seen this? Do you hate this? Do you love it? Let us know. We're all ears. And as you know, if you come up with something, we'll try it. Sometimes. Maybe, I don't know. Depends what it is. We'll see. If we like you, we'll do it. We're out. Thank you. Catch a buzz with your cousin. We'll see you next week.